What's up, guys? It's your boy Mo coming back at you with another news break style video. Hope everybody's doing good today. Decided to go live. It is 9:44 in the AM here. Hope everybody's doing good. Woke up to not to, but surfing Twitter like we do and seen something that was a little comical. It might be because it's in the AM and I'm just being feisty. And if so, that's it. Or it's because it's utterly ridiculous. We have a little news break. The Rock Roman segment from last night's Smackdown, which I was live. Go back, check that out. Didn't expect Rock to come out. Perfect example of probably all them IWC internet wrestling losers want to cry about is which I was watching, got excited AF whenever Rock came out. Just I'm sure like they did. Then they go, oh, I'm supposed to be mad about this. It's supposed to be Cody's story. Losers. Segment from last night's SmackDown is now officially the WWE's most disliked YouTube video of all time. Can you believe that? The most disliked video of all the things that have happened in the WWE, the most disliked video of all time is the segment that they posted with Rock Roman. Said it got 1.6 million views in 9 hours, 57,000 likes, 200,000 dislikes. Couple things. One, I somewhat understand. Why people would be kind of upset as far as Cody not finishing his story. All right. But his story's not over. His story's not ending. It's just being put on hold to say because of circumstances that fell out that was nobody's fault except, well, we could take that back. It is somebody's fault. It kind of was in a chain reaction. They tried to match Seth Rollins against Jinder Mahal out of spite to put a championship match on TV in the midst of a match that doesn't matter. Seth blows his knee out. So Seth blows his knee out. When Seth blows his knee out, we can depending on how bad it is, we can always strip Seth. We can make the Elimination Chamber for his belt. We can do something. All right. Boom. CM Punk gets hurt. All right. Now, when CM Punk gets hurt, there's really no path for Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins wants to wrestle. No real path. He's not injured as bad as what people thought he was. Yo, what's up, Christoph? I just got your text. I haven't listened to it yet. I just had to go live about this. We woke up to the internet wrestling community being just complete losers. The Rock and Roman segment from last night's SmackDown is now officially the WWE's most disliked YouTube video of all time with over 200,000 dislikes. So figure I'd come on, talk about these internet wrestling, the IWC, the internet wrestling crybabies that go on and just complain, cry, act like they write the story. They act like they got some pull. They act like, and almost any of those shows that you watch that get an abundance of viewers, they always they say something that we all say. They say some crazy what should happen. For instance, Busted Open this past week. Bully Ray says, "You're welcome, Tony Khan, for saying that they need to basically bring up the tattoo thing with Tony Storm and Deanna Peraza, or whatever the hell her name is. need to bring up the tattoo thing so we can figure out. You think you're the only one that said that, you fat bastard? Use your brain. You think because you were dressed in pajamas, go out there and play fight, that you know more than we do as far as storylines. This is a 5-year-old can book wrestling. Now, can they do it consistently forever? No, but you ask a 5-year-old what they want to see, they'll tell you what they want to see. So for people to act as in, yeah, Chris said he has some opinions. I'll drop the link if you want to come in. Just let me know. I mean, we might think differently on this. It's just I understand why people are upset about Cody. I understand why people would be upset about The Rock, but The Rock's not going to win. People get hurt. And when people get hurt, you must change route. Now, I will say this. Let's see. I think D-Bake sent me something. No. I was thinking he sent me something that I seen, but I guess that was, I seen it on my own, but the most disliked video of all time. WWE owns all kinds of content. This just shows, did they mess up? Okay, just stop. Just stop. This is how it went down. All right. Punk gets hurt. No more Punk Seth. All right. The big thing. And I wonder how they would have went about this, because clearly they want Roman to beat Hogan's record. That's what they want. It don't matter if that's what you want. I don't want that. It doesn't matter if that's what you want. They want Roman to beat Hogan's record. So therefore, at Mania, whoever Roman goes against, he's going to win. You buffoons. So would you, I could just hear it now. I could hear you crying even more when Cody loses at WrestleMania if he was to fight Roman. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? They did it to him again. They don't want him to finish his story. Everybody has a story. And he will finish his story. He'll finish his story when Roman beats Hogan's record. It will be WWE's going to clown you even more now. This is what WWE's going to do now, because y'all made this the most disliked video of all time. What they're going to do is they're not even going to let Cody beat him at a pay-per-view, a PLE. They're going to have Cody beat him at a house show in New York, in Madison Square Garden, when you can't see it. And it's just random short clips that you get to see. Cody beats Roman in October of 2024. You fucking idiots. This is because they want Roman to beat Hogan's record. And then with Punk going out, it only solidified it. They said, okay, it was, I don't remember exactly what it was I saw. It was something like Rock pushed for this, but Cody didn't want it. No. Take that back. They were going for Cody and Roman. That was the plan. Punk got hurt. Seth started pushing for the Cody. WWE offices wanted The Rock. The Rock wanted The Rock. And then with Punk going out, The Rock pitched himself, basically talked to Cody. Cody was okay with it. Not really. You saw the look on Cody's face. He wasn't happy with it. but it is what it is, pal. And everybody going, he won the Rumble. He should get to pick. They tell him who to wrestle. You marks. You fucking marks. Cody don't go. Hey, Trips, I won the Rumble. I get to do whatever. You know, I want Roman at WrestleMania in a Hell in a Cell for his belt. Then I want to add Seth in there, and I want to make it a triple threat for both belts, and I want to win both belts at WrestleMania because my daddy would like it. No, you marks. They tell him what to do. And I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the internet wrestling community, marks, really the content creators is what I'm talking about, really. You soft content creators. You cry baby ass content creators. Yeah, you are killing the game, but I'm going to come up on you. D-Bake's going to come up on you. We're going to keep pumping out these videos, giving you the real raw and emotion and the real truth behind the matter. The truth behind the matter, yes, people are mad about Cody. Other truth, yes, I used that text, that tweet right there. Boom, I used this right here. Yeah, I used it to go live and just to rant randomly, and maybe it's because it's in the AM and maybe I'm not in the best mood. Maybe I got sleep in my eyes. I don't know. All right. We got the man with the master plan, Christoph. I'll just drop it right here. Now, we might totally disagree. And if so, that's fine. That's what wrestling is about. That's what wrestling's about. We can disagree. We can have fun. This is my opinion. I feel it's valid. I feel these crybaby nobodies, well, they're not nobodies. They have channels. They are getting views. They are doing all that. But just they use their platform as in they are the holy of holy, and there is all that matters. Their opinion is all that matters. And it could be the furthest from the truth. The Joe Blow that doesn't make a YouTube channel that watches wrestling one day a week has just the right to have an opinion and what they want to see, whether they're a casual or an IWC loser like yourselves, not you yourselves, the content creators out there that are crying and whining about Cody's not finishing the story. No, goodness gracious alive. Gosh, makes me so angry. We got Chris going to drop in. We're going to get his opinion. Like I said, he might feel totally different or a mixture in between. But we'll get his opinion. We'll chill for a little bit. It's a Saturday morning, 10:57 a.m. After here, I might hop off, play some duty, murder some people in video game fashion. But yeah, I just get tired of like that JD cat thinks he is the booker. He has a show on Tuesdays. I watch his content. I do. I mean, he has good content. I like his platform, his segments, how he makes good content. It's just sometimes he acts holier than thou. He acts like his opinion is the one that matters. He acts like when he says something, WWE's actually listening to him. Just like Busted Open. They think that WWE's listening to them just because Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer are there. What, Tommy Dreamer, the mid-carder of all mid-carders? Yeah, they're going to listen to him. And Bully Ray, a fat dude that used to wear tie-dye and had the three, people talk about Hogan having the 3 moves of doom or the 5 moves of doom. Bully Ray's got the 3 moves of doom. So just because they are in the business or were in the business doesn't mean that their opinion is more valid than the people like me, the people like you, the people like this man right here. We got Big Christoph coming in. Good morning, sir. Good morning on this rare AM stream.
JD from NY 206 is an absolute fucking hack. He's a complete fucking hand job. Does he know his shit? Sure. But the stench of failure that comes off this dude, I mean, he might have a good channel, and I've been around with JD since he had about, I think maybe 6,000 people. But he's always been like this. He's always been fucking screaming about how they should have done it, screaming about how this is going to suck and that's going to suck. Whenever the fuck he's wrong, he never takes accountability. He always doubles down. He always triples down. It's all a fucking act. He's playing a character. In real life, he's just some fucking dipshit from Brooklyn who drives a V6 Mustang. Like if you're gonna own a Mustang, a V6, bro? Really? Like a 6-cylinder, bro? And every time you call him on his shit, every time you check him or call him on his shit, he's one of those motherfuckers that has to tell you how many subs he has. He has to tell you that he has a Mustang, and he's from New York, and that he's called indie wrestling shit before. Like every fucking, like this dude is one of those. He has to flex to win the argument. He can't just go off the merit of the product. And all he does is bash the product. Now you got to remember, this is the same motherfucker, and he can lie. This is the same motherfucker who spent a year telling everybody that the UFC was fixed and that it was rigged and that it was all this bullshit. Then the minute the UFC gave him a sponsor, oh, the UFC was the greatest thing ever, man. This is the same guy. Now, I don't hate JD, but I think he's a fucking hack for sure, man. Like he really is, man. As far as like, I mean, have me and Brodan have seen it, Mo. I don't know how long you've been following, but he's been checked by like, who's that big motherfucker that was part of the Wyatt family? Braun Strowman.
Oh, for real?
He got checked on Twitter by Braun Strowman. He got checked on Twitter by that girl. What's her face that just came back that was injured? Liv.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Liv checked him?
Oh, go scroll through, man. He's had like WWE hates him. He will never. That's why he talks so much shit, because he will never, ever even one of their house shows.
He's a huge, and with starting this channel, me and D-Bake knew that one, it's going to take some time to get off the ground. So we know we don't get a whole lot of views right now. So it's not a whole lot of exposure when I say this, but hopefully we keep grinding and we will. And my opinion will stay the same, and D-Bake's will stay the same. D-Bake is a AEW, not fanboy, but he likes AEW.
Yeah, that's his.
I liked AEW. Yeah. I liked AEW in the beginning, but now it's fallen off to me big time.
A lot of people are saying that.
It's dude, it's almost utterly unwatchable. Almost like, you remember those shows, WCW Saturday Night, and those shows that kind of didn't mean shit back in the day?
They were, the filler programming.
That's all it is, bro. Like it's a lot of jobbers fighting people that you don't really give a shit about with no story at all. And he is that kind of mark where he shits on WWE, a superior product, clearly a superior product, and covers AEW like it's the end all be all, like the Dave Meltzers, like all them fanboys that love when boys get in their underwear and wrestle with each other. You know what I mean? It's utter ridiculous. I like wrestling. You like wrestling. We grew up on wrestling. But a big thing to me is the story. Give me the story. I want to look at least a little bit of the story. Maybe WWE goes a little too far on the story, maybe a little not so much on the wrestling. But AEW is totally flip-flop. And when you listen to him and his utter buffoons that he has on their show that act like they have insider sources in the locker room. They ain't fucking nobody. You know what I mean? They work for Coca-Cola or something. They work
dirt sheets,
for UPS.
Yeah.
You have no inside information, you losers. So quit acting like, oh, like he has some bald dude on his show. He's like, oh yes, my sources. I motherfucker, you say the same shit we do. You see the same articles we do. That's why me and Dean started this, was because hey, wrestling is about the easiest thing to cover because it's based on your opinion, you fucking buffoons. Quit acting like you're holier than thou. So now all this week they're going to fucking cry and talk about how WWE got it wrong. And to be fair, like if, in your opinion, Chris, if you think it's got it wrong, then totally 100% get it.
I don't know if they got it wrong. I think they got painted into a corner on a lot of issues. You got Seth got hurt, Punk got hurt. They probably had a plan or a blueprint. It fell apart. I will say this, though.
What up, JT?
People, look, The Rock is the biggest star in Hollywood. Now, when he came back last night, I marked out. I'm not even going to lie. I marked the fuck out. I loved it. The stare down with him and Roman, I loved it. Then I started thinking, yeah, people want that. That's where the money's at. But man, The Rock is famous for like, he always, after all the, not that he's not a hard worker, he's the fucking Rock, you know what I mean? But he always wants to come in at the end when all the work's been done and then take the bows. That kind of bothers me. I saw what he did to Black Adam. I saw what he did to DC. I saw what he did to that show Ballers on HBO.
Talk a little bit about that because I didn't really watch any of that. I don't really know.
He just played a sports agent, a former football guy, but there was a lot of backstage shit because of The Rock's ego. The shit with him and Vin Diesel, they both got big egos. And I think that when you got a documentary on Peacock and you beg someone like Cody to come back, and Cody's turned into this whole new thing, and who's huge right now, you know, he's right up there with Roman. He's right up there with The Rock and Stone Cold. He's up there. Cody's over, like fucking over.
Oh, he's over. He is John Cena-esque over whenever John Cena was the fruit roll-up.
Now you've got a story that kind of like The Undertaker's unbeaten streak. It's just kind of one day they woke up and went, man, this guy hasn't ever lost at WrestleMania in like 15 years. We can use that.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got a story that's generations in the making when it comes to the Rhodes family. And the one guy he should be Seth, because Seth is not Seth, Roman, because Roman's the biggest guy. And Roman was hated for years. Hated. Booed out of it. As soon as he turned heel and took this, let's do the head of the table thing and ran with it, it blew up. And now we're getting some of the best wrestling storytelling we've had in a long, long time. Cody is the best adversary for that. You got the head of the table, and you've got the story needs to be finished. You've got a generational icon and a fourth generation wrestler, if I'm not mistaken, Roman, at least third generation. All this work has been done, and all of a sudden, it just smell. That shit don't have to happen at Mania, man. That shit could be worked later on down the line. Plus, the belt don't got to be on the look. Cody finishing the story is about the belt. It's about the Rhodes family finally having that belt. The Rock and Roman ain't got to fight for a belt. The prize is the head of the table. That's the belt. So either way, we're going to get what we want. I prefer it would have been Cody. You could tell Cody wasn't digging it, but you can also look at Cody and tell he did what he was told to do, and he was completely professional about it. I mean, and The Rock and Roman is what everybody wants. They do want that. It's going to be dope as fuck, but The Rock's going to win, stick around for 10 minutes, then go do his next movie. And I think part of the reason he jumped back into this wrestling thing is because, A, he's on the board of TKO right now. Mm-hmm. He just merged those two football teams together.
Hot, too.
Yeah.
It's hot. he has to come in, and he's okay.
Oh, there's a
so
ton of heat on WWE right now. A ton of
bro.
heat.
And there's not a boss that comes on TV. You see the Nick Khans, they're not as big as The Rock as far as he has the most to win and to lose and all this shit. He is on the board. They have to answer to him. He is one of 12 people. If they want to fucking add a Coke machine in that bitch, they got to say, hey guys, no, not really. It's not that intense, but he has say over the bosses. So with all this Vince shit is fucking hot, man. And it's only
not just the Vince shit. Not just the Vince shit, Mo. You're not big into the Cape movies, but let me tell you something. The Rock is getting a lot of fucking heat. Part of the reason DC crumbled and Henry Cavill isn't Superman anymore and all that shit is because The Rock pulled a stunt. He pulled a stunt.
I don't follow this, so I don't.
So that's why
other
that whole hatred thing you're seeing, that the most hated WWE video ever on YouTube, half of that's got to be because of the DC fans, the Snyder fans, the comic book fans, the nerds, because The Rock came in and wrecked shop. He was supposed to be the head of Disney. People thought, or not Disney, DC. People really thought The Rock was going to be the head of DC. He was going to take over. So, remember all that, them texts? He would show you all 17 steaks and 316 waffles he was eating, working out, and then he would say the hierarchy and the power structure of DC is about to change. That was a direct challenge to Superman. He was trying to say that he could make Black Adam, a Shazam villain, more popular than fucking Superman, dude. And he tried, and he talked Henry Cavill into coming back, promised Henry Cavill another movie. In the end, it was all lies, and the people are really mad at the Rock. So you got that kind of heat that's on him. He just merged those two football teams. Okay, you got the Vince McMahon shit, and now he's ahead of TKO. He's got so much fucking heat on him right now. You know, guys like William are all for it. They get their little toy belts and shit, and I like William, but he's all about, bro, it's for business, it's money, it's blah blah blah. William's one of those people, he don't give a fuck how the fans feel about the product as long as it makes money, because he looks at it from a business point of view. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't forget the fans, because the fans will turn on you. They'll turn on Roman again. They will. They'll turn on him again.
Oh yeah. So before we have somebody that clicked the link, I'm gonna bring him in for a second. That's what we're about here. We're the wrestling bros, so we'll see how it goes. But before I do, I will say I understand why people are not happy with The Rock being put in place of Cody. I get it. I'm just saying, you have to step outside of the fandom for a second and understand why WWE's doing it. And then you can not be as mad. You can rant and rave, but not get mad like they're getting mad. But
Mo, look at me. I don't give a fuck what pay-per-view Cody gets the belt at, as long as he gets the belt from Roman. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. And okay, like, let's bring this cat in. So
just don't be set. Don't be set. I want it to be Roman.
Hello,
right
guys.
Back. I'm gonna grab something to drink. What's up, dude?
What up, brother?
Hey, I wanted to bring something up to the public that most people don't understand. There's a thing called POGO, privately owned, government operated media relations. WWE is one of the biggest POGOs in the world, owned by the McMahon family, privately owned, but because of their national extension, it's government operated in so many factors. Okay, media relations, this and that. I want to remind the people, I expose criminals, traitors, frauds, and pedos online. That's what I do. Hashtag Truthio. That's what I'm about. If you type hashtag Truthio, you'll find out what Snafu Snaps is about, what we do. Nice. I want to remind the people, remember Linda McMahon, optics. Let me remind people optics here. I say the optics are high. Linda McMahon worked with the Trump administration. All right? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Think about that. The WWE cell, privately owned, government operated, even the closest to these people. And I've been in the wrestling, per se, business, you could say, just knowing wrestlers and promoters and TV people for years. Think about this. We're talking about money. Money makes the world go round. I tell people we're in an NWO minus Hulk Hogan situation. The world stage is being set. Okay, New World Order minus Hulk Hogan situation. Yeah. When you have these big powers such as WWE and Netflix and many other things in play, and we're in a world situation of transition of power, so to speak, there's going to be things that to the public they don't understand, such as the huge Netflix deal. Money's being transferred, things are happening. I want to remind people the optics, okay, whether you want to believe this or not. The World Wrestling Entertainment with Vince McMahon, Chris Benoit optics. Don't ever forget sacrifice optics. Bray Wyatt all of a sudden, sacrifice optics. Okay? These people are elites, whether you want to believe it or not. The money is tied. And when I tell you, think about Linda McMahon, Trump administration, the WW cell, which was never going to happen, ever, even to the closest people related to Vince. And then all of a sudden it does. And then now the big thing that they're talking about is the Netflix deal, right? The highest money ever, blah, 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 paid out. The reason The Rock and the Cody and all this is the money and the PR and damage control. It's as simple as that. There is no, they give two shits about Cody and his storyline. They give two shits that, they are in the world's most precarious. You got to think, this guy bought the company during the downfall of no one does, But the fact is I'm telling you guys, there's more to this than just wrestling.
Exactly.
Okay. It has to do with the world situation that we're witnessing in the world. Okay. And that's why I tell people NWO minus Hulk Hogan, the world stage is being set. And just think of the optics, because Linda McMahon is a huge key to this from her past experience with the Trump administration. And then think about right around the time Vince's quote shit came out to public, what was going on in the world news? The Jeffrey Epstein shit. And notice Eric Bischoff has been comparing Vince to Harvey Weinstein lately. Yeah. Okay, so I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, when we have a transition of world powers, which is happening in the world right now, POGOs, privately owned, government operated, infiltrated media such as WWE, we will be witnessing transitions as well. And I just want people to remember, there's more than just the wrestling. It's money and business, as the guy said.
What do you mean infiltrated?
Media relations, dude. You got to understand. WWE is the biggest pogo in the world. Privately owned, government operated, biggest company in the world. Privately owned by the McMahons, right at the time. But because of their reach to national, the longest running televised, the third party contracts through television, through commercials, through sponsors, through ads, dude, they're so regulated. They have been infiltrated. And when I say infiltrated,
by who? Infiltrated by who?
Well, I think you're going to find out on a world scale. And I know this may sound weird to a lot of you guys, but that's why you're witnessing the transition with WWE. Because our world is changing, not just this company in the United States. Remember, they tried selling it to Dubai at first, or to some buyers out in the Middle East at first, and then of course it picked up here. I think if they would have sold it overseas, it would have caused too much ruckus before shit really hit the fan. So I mean, and I just want to say, rip to Chris Benoit and rip to Bray Wyatt, because there's a lot more sacrifice optics than most of you probably understand about those issues. But remember, these are elites. This is Hollywood still. The WWE, the World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling Entertainment, Vince McMahon, all these people. And I do find it interesting that keeping the heat off Brock as much as Vince and Laurinaitis and everything else. So, but anyways, I just want to share my 2 cents. Great stream, guys, and I'll continue to keep watching it. I think people should understand there's more of a situational. One of the largest companies in the world, Pogo, as I said, dealing with what the world situation is going through too.
Why is Bray getting buried? What's going on with Bray? I don't know about Bray. Chris, I understand.
Bray Wyatt, death.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit, death. If you really look into, and I hate to say it, numbers and just the optics and the sacrifice, dude, I don't think you understand. When you get to a level of elitism and Hollywoodism and television rights, you got to understand these motherfuckers are into that shit. They're into very crazy, new, ritualistic especially televised series such WWE. You got to remember the symbology. These people know that's the mass will see the symbology. You know, it's like Super Bowl. It's like Super Bowl fucking halftime shows. The rituals. They're basically rituals. Okay.
Oh,
Same
no.
with WWE and these wrestlers. And you can sit here as a wrestling fan and knock me all you want, but I've been with these people in the business. I expose these type of people.
Listen,
you know.
I'm not knocking you. You're allowed to have those beliefs, but bro, you just went pure Illuminati QAnon on a motherfucker. Bro.
Yeah, I sure did. And you're witnessing, and you're absolutely, and I'm not QAnon. I went what's called transition of power, including business, big business, privately owned, government operated media relations. Do you not understand the power that the WWE has had?
Like, I see your side. Like, I see what.
No, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying.
What you're saying is the Bilderbergs like sacrificed Chris Benoit, made it look like
dude, no, dude, there's reasons for these sacrifices, reasons for these things being put in play, reasons for fall men to happen. Why do you think Vince McMahon has been doing this for years? Years, homie. And you saw Triple H's response, which was terrible. I give Cody props. Cody, when the media, and they should have known the media was going to ask him about the optics of what's going on. Triple H sits there and lies to the fucking public like a fucking coward. Oh, I didn't read shit. I don't know shit. That motherfucker runs the business. You don't think he's going to read and know what's going on? Like he's lied to the public.
He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's
No. What you're supposed to do is we can't talk about ongoing investigations. We don't know. Kind of like what Cody did. Cody did a really excellent job to the media. Remember, there's going to be a lot of fallout here soon. You're probably going to see big names, perhaps allegedly, I'll say, maybe like Triple H, maybe like others come into the. You got to realize this is an ongoing federal investigation of sex trafficking, right? And I'm telling you, some of the most beloved people you're going to see in the news here soon. Just like you did with Brock.
I will say this, that if you go through the documents, it says something like WWE executive number 1, executive number 2, 3, and 4.
Exactly. And Cornette already said it could be Triple H and many others. Well,
2 of the 4 are employees and board members. So that means it's Triple H and Stephanie are board members 2 and 3. So
exactly.
Documents. I do think 100%. I think more people are about to fall. I think that Vince is about to just let loose and just start telling shit. But I also think Johnny Laurinaitis is about to just start spilling shit and a whole. Yeah,
they're gonna start ratting on each other. They're gonna start
they're about
on each other.
Absolutely.
None of them are on the same
Absolutely.
team.
But there's no way.
Boom, 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 boom.
Look, man, I agree. I think they're gonna start snitching on each other. I think billionaires all do crazy, debaucherous shit. Eventually, it catches up to it. Money is power. But there's no way I can I just cannot wrap my mind around some
You can't wrap your mind about a guy who did steroids and partied and did drugs and was like the biggest superstar in the 90s and 80s and fucking just doing some fucked up shit and getting involved in ritualistic, big elitist shit because they're buddies with millionaires. And they're fucking everywhere. No, dude, I'm telling you. I love wrestling. I've been a fan of wrestling since I was a little kid, man. I mean, I'm talking the 70s. But because of the business and because of the world situation we're in, and again, they're linking this. This really kind of comes down to Trump, Linda McMahon optics. You might want to realize who she was, what a minister. And remember, she was with the National Disaster Relief too.
Because she was like some business administrator in Trump's cabinet?
She worked with natural disaster relief with the Trump administration. And remember, Vince McMahon shit didn't really pop out right before the whole Texas border shit started going off. Again, big business. Dude, you could laugh all you want, but they ain't laughing about that money, especially if they know shit's about to be going down in the world and especially because of the global connections they have. I'm just giving you guys a little inside info of what
This is a wrestling / kayfabe fucking podcast, man. Like that's what.
Dude, I could talk to you about the storylines all day long. I could tell you about the fucking, is Cody gonna fucking win? Is it gonna be a ladder match? I love wrestling. I'm telling the fans on a real level, this is probably the greatest storyline of heels of them all. But then again, the great deception of what really runs in these big elite type business with big money. You're going to start seeing people you never probably thought indicted. like Triple H, perhaps, like
yeah,
Stephanie Miller.
yeah,
The
yeah,
whole
but
fucking company, for all you know. Look at Shawn Michaels. He's
your
getting grilled
type
like a
has been
motherfucker right now.
saying.
He
Your
knows
type
his
has been
history.
saying this. Your
He
type-
knows his history, and he's already like kind of like rambling on.
For lack of a better term, your type has been saying this shit for years, and nothing ever happens.
You're watching it happen now, buddy. We may be saying it for years. Are you watching it happen now?
The only thing I've seen happen is Weinstein. That's it.
The only thing you see happening is what? The largest fucking billionaire being accused of trafficking, and now the whole WWE is in a, well, the whole wrestling community is in a transitional.
Have you done the research? Why is it
Dude,
considered
I
trafficking?
think I've done a lot more research than you,
Okay,
pal.
why
You're
is
sitting
it-
here wanting to see Cody's storyline finish, and I'm sitting here telling you that this is a world issue.
Because
This
you're-
is a money, like, and the only reason I came on is because the guy said it.
you're
Business.
one of those
He said business and
fucking
money, and
weirdos.
I've tried to tell the people, wrestling is more than just storylines and a story. You get the
it's a
significance
business,
of how
but you're
big the
talking
wrestling
about
community is.
it's a business, but you're talking about like Illuminati, Freemason, human sacrifice.
Okay,
bro.
so you don't have a president that sniffs fucking children's hair either, and Linda McMahon didn't work with the Trump administration.
What is that?
Okay, pal.
What the fuck?
Okay, pal. And Chris
now
Benoit,
connect
right?
it.
And Eddie
Oh, now
Guerrero.
connect
Rip
it.
Chris
Now
Benoit, my
connect
brother.
it. Now connect
Right?
it. No, take what you just said about sniffing hair and Leonard McMahon. Now connect that. Tell me how
Go
you
look
got
it
there.
up. You
Connect
don't
that.
even know what position she held in the Trump administration. What'd she do? Go look. Do your research, pal. Instead of being a mark,
Look how mad
you
he is.
sound like
Look
a
how
mark.
fucking mad
You
he is.
sound like you're a
Because
mark
I'm
for
here to
these.
talk about
And I get it.
wrestling,
I
not
get
your
it. We all
fucking
love
weirdo
wrestling.
QAnon shit.
We all love wrestling.
You're
But
a
I'm
fucking-
telling you, with the wrestling business, money, okay, Pogo. This was a privately owned, government-operated company that got hit.
Go back to your Mark Dice books, bro. It's cool. Go back to your Mark Dice books.
You know what? What's funny is you're just waiting for Cody to win that WrestleMania moment, you Mark. And then what's funny is half the fucking WWE is going to be dismantled.
Because I don't.
Probably.
Everything's not a conspiracy theory, bro.
No, it's not a conspiracy theory, you dumb fuck. Did Linda McMahon work for your Mark right now? You're acting like a Mark.
Bro, you sound like a
Did Linda McMahon work with the Trump administration? Yes or no?
You're on it. You are.
Did Linda McMahon work with the Trump administration? Yes or no?
What the fuck? Okay, tell me what that has to do with anything.
Trafficking on McMahon, and it was good. Even Eric Bischoff is publicly saying Harvey Weinstein optics. You do not see the systematic setup here.
These are all talking points we've heard before. You're just regurgitating what everybody else
I don't think you've ever heard him like this before.
You're
but
literally
look,
saying
this guy is obviously a mark. But when you mention business and money, that's why I came up here, because I don't think wrestling fans or others understand the reach and extent
I
of the business side of this.
I think you've been sniffing paint. That's what the fuck I
Man, I think you're a fucking mark buying some popcorn waiting for Cody Rhodes to raise his hand from a choreographed match.
I think you're high on Suboxone or something right now, and you escaped rehab.
Yeah, you know what's funny is you'd be the biggest mark of them all, bro. Like, I should actually call some of my wrestler friends and get them on here and fucking say, hey, you want to meet a mark that's going to suck your balls the minute you show up on this channel? And this guy's going to go fan mode. The other guy will be real and legit, but the other guy's going to straight up be fan mode.
You still haven't connected the
Straight
dots,
mark.
bro. Look how mad he got.
Straight mark.
But hey,
I don't want to argue with this guy who's ignorant to the fact of real optics, of how the world really works with business and money and especially ritualistic nature. Yeah, Cody did get robbed, but they had to do the Rock. They had PR, damage control.
Okay, what god did they sacrifice Chris Benoit to? It's a human sacrifice, right? It's a ritual.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you go do your own research, pal? Why don't you go do your own research? Hey,
Chris Naff, let's all get along.
That's fucking crazy, man.
I know.
And you're fucking ignorant.
I see his side. I see your side. So let's just leave that at that.
You know, let's just be real. His side is wanting a fucking storyline with Cody Rhodes to win, and we all get it. We're disappointed. Some of us were. They're going to make way more money with The Rock. They're going to fix the PR damages beyond with The Rock. Like that. There's no.
I do lean. I'm not talking about all the other stuff. I haven't looked into it. I'm not somebody that just says, even though I am a conspiracy theorist, I guess. Like, I can connect a lot of those. I'm somebody that does watch videos. I haven't looked into all that, But
This is what I do for a living, dude.
Lean more your side on why they're doing this with The Rock. Like this
is what I do for a living, man.
So
We
fucking
expose
hot out there. This is The Rock's the biggest name. He has to get out there and do some kind of damage control. And with him being the head dog leading it all, I mean, it makes sense to me. So
yeah, it makes sense to me too.
That's the business part. That part makes sense to me too. All that makes sense. It was the other weird shit. Ritualistic human sacrifice.
The other weird shit where you didn't even know what Linda McMahon did on the Trump administration. The other weird shit where sex trafficking is now involved with the biggest billionaire, the head of the WWE. Oh yeah, that's weird shit too, huh? That he's been able to hide it all these fucking years until all of a sudden we're so close to a transition in our world that includes government and private owned companies. You don't see CEOs stepping down all around the world with JP Morgan or Disneyland or fucking all these bankers and shit. Like the world is for you, bro. Just because you're in your little wrestling mark mode doesn't mean that these companies have to adjust to the change of the world.
I am trying to figure out
this guy's a mark, man.
This guy's straight mark. Being the administrator for small businesses has to, in a Trump cabinet, has to do with what the fuck you're talking about. And you still haven't connected.
Obviously, you don't know how the world or money or government or fucking third-party contracts work, dude. Obviously, you have no clue. You're just waiting for your storyline of Cody Rhodes to win. You're a fucking mark.
That's a cop-out. No,
you're a instead. You know, the wrestling business is way more than just the storyline, pal.
You're upset because people don't want to share your crazy-ass extremist views.
Many people share my thoughts. Many people are already on this. You're the one who's a fanboy.
Well,
I just care about because you don't understand the significance of what the WWE is.
Hearing this guy,
you don't understand the media relations significance of how powerful and big it is around the world.
This guy won't shut the fuck up, bro. He's on meth. This dude's on meth, bro. I guarantee.
I'm on meth now. No, I like weed. I don't like meth. It's kind of funny. You just go straight. Hey, you know what's funny? When triggered hoes like this, marks get triggered, they start going to the personality. Fucking, you're on meth. You're on drugs. Hey, you're a fucking mark, bro. Are you on meth?
Listen.
Are you on meth?
He keeps saying I'm a mark because
you know okay, I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. The man mentioned business and money. We went into you're looking at this on a one-sided coin. You're looking at it as a fan, as a mark, as a, into the storylines, into the characters. You're not looking into the wrestling business, which all these motherfuckers are looking into.
Bullshit. That's why. That's what this podcast is supposed to be about. Not you coming in here like with some crazy advertisement.
Crazy advertisement. Who am I advertising? That the New World Order minus Hulk Hogan is happening in a world and ignorant fucks like you can't see it happening. You don't see the world optics, not even just with the WWE, but what's happening around the world. It's all attached, dude. It's all attached.
You've watched Blade Runner once.
But I'll let you go. I'll let you talk to your mark, man. Thank you for allowing me to come up. But this dude's a fucking mark. And I'm going to share your podcast with some people in the business. I won't tell you who. I'll just share it with them. But this guy's a total mark. And I'll let them know that this bipolar Jedi. I will let them watch this stream.
The business.
Yeah. The wrestling business, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Snap, I appreciate you coming on, man. Even though we all have some disagreements, you and Chris, there'll be a stream at some point y'all will agree on some. And
I'm sure, like I said, I enjoy your show. I'm glad you guys do it, and I usually am into the mark shit. Like I'm getting, I'm about it, dude. I friends who did, like, remember when Warriors University School was running out in Arizona? I know some of these people. Like, my whole thing is this is deeper and bigger on a world scale view than most understand. That's why I say NWO minus Hulk Hogan. The world stage is being set. Anyways, I'm out, man. And remember, big money, big elite ties. You're a mark, bro. Anyways, I'll talk to you later, man.
Appreciate it.
He sounds like one of them cadre motherfuckers. One of those weird political Mark Dice, Illuminati, Bilderberg, conspiracy motherfucker. What the fuck does that got to do with what we're talking about? What the fuck does that got to do with what we're talking about?
Hey, Curvin. Give this man a round of fucking applause. Wrestling friend. These are the type of subscribers that we need here on Wrestling Bros. We don't need these fucking little soft. See what happened right there with Snaff and Chris? That's it's okay, guys. It's okay to have disagreements, to go off, to yell at each other, to call names. We're all fucking men.
Well, did
Like,
you
it's
ever?
okay
Did you
to
hear
get
how?
that out.
No,
These soft ass wrestling fans.
he's very aggressive, bro. He's very like every time.
He was
Did you hear how
aggressive.
he was talking? If I was like, wait, how was Chris Benoit gonna? Well, I'll tell you how, pal. I'll tell you, sport. Like, yeah, shut your bitch ass up.
I see why you got upset, but I know that you got some built up frustrations, so I was just letting you do your thing, bro. I was just letting y'all go at it. Now, he is an extremist in the sense of his ideas are different than ours as far as storyline. He's going into more, which he has some points. We can have a stream about the more deep diving into that stuff, and I could do some research because I think some of the stuff he said had some truth. Some of the stuff was kind of reaching to me, but you know, we all have our opinions.
I believe in elitists and stuff like that. I absolutely do believe in that kind of stuff. But the whole Illuminati, human sacrifices, and fucking Baphomet and all that weird fucking New World Order shit, you know, basically the bad parts of the Bible, bro, shut your bitch ass up, man. Calling me a mark. No, I just don't want to talk. If you want to go talk about that kind of shit, go to a podcast that's politically leaned towards those types of conspiracy. Go talk to Alex Jones about the gay frogs, motherfucker. We're trying to enjoy ourselves here and talk about wrestling from the business side and the story side. That's it. Not a bunch of conspiracy theories that you have zero proof, no receipts, none of my. He couldn't even tell me how he connected Chris Benoit, Linda McMahon, and human sacrifice. You know, Mo, think about that just for a second. Put those three things together.
I see.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I would like to maybe and have both y'all on a stream, me on the stream. We do some research, you do some research, I do some research, and we have a dialogue to where there's no name calling. You talk, he talks, and we can talk about it. So,
listen. If he was in here, I'd tell him like I tried to tell him, but he kept talking over me. Okay. Just like when you got mad, you couldn't get a word in with Perp. Same fucking thing with this guy. The more I disagree with him, the more angry he got. Just like a little lefty SJW. Now, maybe he's not a leftist, but he's definitely a little fucking SJW sounding motherfucker, bro. Getting mad. The more I disagree with him, the madder he got. And all I asked for was some receipts, bro.
Yeah, I understand why you got hot in the sense of a couple reasons. I think you got hot was one that you know that I went into this saying that I'm not going to talk political talk on here. And then one, you know that I lean the way that he leans, but
I lean right too. I lean right too. We both do, but I don't lean fucking Alex Jones right. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, hey, we got Snaff. He's about to try to come back in. Snaff, let's keep no name calling, and if he tries to talk, then let him talk, and he'll let you talk. But we're not going to spend.
I'll just let him. I'm going to mute my mic. He can say whatever he wants. It's going to go in one ear and out the other. Anyway.
Well, no, you just started acting like a Me Too mode. Once I left, you started getting real. And it's funny. This guy says aggressive. Aren't you into the wrestling? You don't. Oh, God, sorry.
The more I disagree with you, the angrier you got. I just don't agree with that kind of shit.
If you do the research, it's out there. If you look at the numbers, and yes, absolutely, the Illuminati, the world messaging of sorts. You don't think the biggest running televised company, the longest running televised company, media relations, Pogo, privately owned, government operated. That's what. You ever heard of what David Goldberg's final words said? Okay, and you're right. The InfoWar crew, I have Owen Schroyer's number on hand right now. I call Alex if I want right now, dude. You're right. This is the type of shit I do. I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, homie. Okay, I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, homie. Okay, but when it comes down to real offense in the world changing right now, your ignorance to be a fanboy, Mark, See, whereas the actual executives, WWE, under federal indictment right now, but because don't think that this could turn into an indictment with the WWE. That's why they're saying Vince McMahon wrote NDAs that the WWE was not aware of. Now, all this should come out.
This is one of those guys. I didn't come in.
So everything I'm saying, I'm one of those guys. So you knew about Vince McMahon writing NDAs that the WWE is now claiming they weren't aware of? You knew that, right?
Yeah, I reported it last night.
No, this guy. No, you seem like an educated, like down verse guy. I don't know your name.
Mo.
Okay, you seem pretty down. This other dude's like a fucking straight mark, like a fanboy.
Because
and for you to sit here and talk about Christian Law and yes, Bray Wyatt too, Rip Bray Wyatt.
In this sense, like he's not a fanboy. Like he actually, like he has another channel and covers this kind of stuff. To where
he ain't acting like
he
it.
has debates and goes off about this kind of stuff. So I think we went into this stream not really going this route. That's why he was talking about the
I understand
because we were talking about the storylines.
That's what happens when you have open panel, right?
He can debate very well. So but yeah, no, I mean y'all can talk it out if you want to. Just if you can, Chris, let him wrap up his statement, and then I'll let you go.
No. I feel this is my statement. This Chris guy is uneducated when it comes to realism dealing with professional wrestling in the world.
I'm uneducated because I don't choose to go down them fucking weird rabbit holes. Like
you just choose to wait on the storyline with Cody Rhodes and whine and cry about it, not even understand the significance of why the storyline has changed, why everything's going on, and why certain entities are under the light. And then for you to sit here and tell me that the Illuminati, or you make fun of it, and I sit here and laugh at your bitch ass because absolutely they're involved.
Because you're the mark, bro.
You not see the characters and some of the symbolic messaging.
You're the mark. You drank the gay frog Kool-Aid's what happened, bro. You're the fucking mark.
Okay. Bro. This guy didn't even think about until you mentioned it. He wasn't even thinking that Triple H could be involved in this. He's fanboy. Until you and I fucking just mentioned it, Mo.
You are a danger to society.
Dude, you have no understanding, obviously, other than your mark for the show.
You have
of what's happening here in business,
bro. For real, you have school shooter written all over you, like for real, bro.
I have what written all over me?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You probably got.
Are you in Me Too mode still? Come on, you want to talk to me like a fucking man, or you want to talk like a Me Too fucking victim?
You're a fucking weirdo, bro.
You're a victim right now. You're acting like a fucking victim. You're acting like fucking Hornswoggle with Lita tits.
Guys like you are a dime a dozen.
You look like you're acting like Hornswoggle, fucking sucking on Lita's nipples.
You have zero independent thought, bro. None. Everything you're saying.
Why are you so dismissive of, if you want to call it conspiracy theory or not, with this
you're not saying anything we haven't already heard. You're just
you've heard about Vince's NDAs and the WWE fucking saying they're not him. Yeah. You keep saying these things that obviously you've never heard.
We heard about the NDAs almost a year ago. What are you talking about? People knew about this NDA.
A year ago? That just came out a week ago or 3 days ago, you dumb fuck.
The new ones, you dumb fuck.
So Vince McMahon's NDAs
so let me throw a question out there, boys. So let me throw a question out there. Chris, this is to you, because I know you have an opinion on it. So to piggyback what Snap said, in a sense, what do you feel about the Vince? So it came out that there's a good chance that Vince was working on his own. Him and Jerry McDevitt, they came up with a plan to not go through WWE and the board and the executives through these NDAs. So the $14 million worth of NDAs supposedly aren't through WWE. They're through
right, but
Vince
remember, this happened years ago, according to Chris.
Nobody noticed it years ago. See, that's what I mean.
No. It never was disclosed until just a few days ago, dumb fuck.
I said it literally 2 seconds ago, and you still can't get the fucking story shot. I said we knew about this shit almost a year ago. When he stepped down the first time, there were NDAs involved. Did you forget that? Did you
not hear what he said? Now the WWE is saying they were never okay. When those NDAs happened, they were presenting it down as they knew it. It was all fucking with them, linked together. Now, because of the allegations and the federal indictments and things going on, they have disclosed, whether it's true or not, just exactly what Mo said. That they were like there was a lot of them that weren't even filtered through according to them. That is brand new information disclosed, including Eric Bischoff, Conan, fucking you name all these public. In fact, RVD was talking about it the other night. Okay, but this is shit that you say we all knew about back then. No, motherfuckers just found about it just a few days ago. You are a mark that's not doing your research like your pal Mo here. You might want to do your research, bud, instead of being such a fucking mark and playing your video game.
You just keep bringing up more and more names.
What, calling you a mark?
No fucking receipts. You just brought up.
Dude, this stream is a receipt of how much of a mark you are. Wait till I show the people. I'm gonna be like, now Mo's been professional. Mo's actually educated. Mo seems like he does his research.
Mo needs to do his job and shut you the fuck up so somebody else can talk.
I'll yield. I'll let you go on Me Too mode. No, let him go on Me Too mode and cry.
You haven't let me answer one fucking question, and then you keep switching the narrative.
I'm not switching there. You're sitting here saying, "Oh, everyone knew years ago when information was disclosed a week ago."
You see what I mean? I never said there were NDAs from years ago. I said over about a year ago when he stepped down the first time, there were other NDAs involved, and you turned it into all this shit. What the fuck?
We were talking about the WWE denying those NDAs, which was brand new information disclosed recently.
Some of them may not have been his. If you're trying to cover up a secret and you're a billionaire, wouldn't you maybe use some of your own cash to stop the paper trail? Wouldn't you use some
if you're a billionaire and you run a public thing, wouldn't you be involved in some ritualistic shit probably too? But you seem to think no.
You can't get past the fucking satanic panic, bro. Like,
because that's what this shit's about, you dumb fuck.
I'm actually talking about
you do not get the world and what the messaging and what media relations really are about, do you?
I'm working with facts, and you're working with conspiracies, bro.
Oh, I think I'm working with more facts than you, pal.
Show me one proof of the human sacrifice. Show me one proof.
How about you go research Benoit, the number? I'm not big on the Jamal.
We all know what Benoit did. We all know what Benoit did, okay?
Oh, what do you do? What do you do? The narrative that you know of? He killed his family, wife, kids, right?
He killed his wife, killed his kid, killed himself.
Okay, see, you're just like the guy who says, "Hey, they tell me to take this jab. Did you take the jab? Did you take the jab?" You're the guy who probably took the jab and spitting black goo every time you jack off.
Are you
out of your fucking little pee-pee now?
Hey, I'm gonna
probably.
I got a rebuttal for him. I want to see him get out of this one. Just hold on.
You are a jabbed one, huh? Okay, if they tell you to do something, you're gonna do it.
Let Chris hit you with the question.
I've never been vaccinated. I've never had the vaccine because it hasn't been tested long enough. Simple answer.
All right, okay. Well, so why are you gonna believe everything when it comes to these elites
in
Hollywood?
Listen to what you just said, man. Listen to what you just said. They're all in on it, right? They're all
more alike than
they're all in on it. They're all elites. Chris Benoit, they just told us what they wanted us to believe, okay? And all the rest of it. Then why the fuck did they have a Chris Benoit tribute show that they later on had to take down? If they're all in on it.
Oh my God, this guy is so.
Give me an answer. Right. I'm waiting. I'll wait.
Some people are just programmed with the programming.
It's sad. A conspiracy, why would they even?
It's not a conspiracy, pal.
If it was,
I'll give you this. So the Chris Benoit, Bray Wyatt optics, sure, we'll give you that one. There's many in the wrestling world, many professionals in the world who support the things that I'm saying about those optics. But when we come down to the elitists tied to WWE, how can you sit there and say they're not? Are you fucking joking? Are you literally fucking joking right now?
I never said I don't believe they're in the 1% or they're part of the elitist. I just don't believe they go out to some big campground and sacrifice virgins, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, the disconnect y'all are having I think y'all agree on the same thing. Chris doesn't believe that the Benoits, the Brays were murdered or sacrificed by WWE for a cause. He's like, that's not happening. But
it wouldn't be WWE per se.
NBAs, all that shit. I think that he agrees with you on. I think
it wouldn't be WWE per se either. It would be more of the elitist, ritualistic group ties, culted,
Yeah.
The big boy
Well,
club within the
I
big boy
think
club.
WWE
Okay,
is
what's in
tied
that
to a
group?
bigger
What's in the
cause.
group?
I 100% do. Like, I think WWE is tied to big people that make big money, and if WWE sinks, they lose money. They ain't losing money, so now they're about to do whatever the fuck they got to do to where they don't lose money or they
Of
get
course
shit
they
on.
are. They were willing to work with fucking terrorists overseas.
But
in the
what's
Middle East.
crazy is I 100% can see why The Rock is the main event. As much as crazy as it sounds in the wrestling world and fans' eyes, the storyline, they don't give a fuck about if
Hey.
you're mad because they
No,
knew
Let me
because
throw
money.
let me
like,
throw some
about
we
money.
optics.
got to do this. We're doing this, especially now with Punk out. They're like, well, now we have even more reason to do this. Where we were going to tell them to fucking fuck off anyway, but now we can definitely tell them that, and they have to take it, and they can dislike all the videos they want to, but we have to do this right now because Vince.
Think about this one too. If Triple H is indicted, if Paul Levesque is indicted, which could be a very possibility, very, very real possibility. You think the systematic setup for The Rock to replace him is already in play? Wink, wink.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that.
You know, because Triple H fucked up when he fucking gave his answer publicly to the world with the Vince McMahon optics. Like he fucked up royally. Like, you know,
I think that the wrestling world has been so in a bubble that they think that they were untouchable, that they've done a whole bunch of bad shit. And I think a lot, and even, people like Shawn Michaels, a thing like came out where Shawn Michaels is talking about Shawn Michaels has allegations against him and he's talking about him, stuff like that. Back in the Attitude Era, I think that they did really, really fucking bad shit. And somebody
Dude, they're rock stars
I don't
partying
necessarily think that he was out there fucking broads and doing shitting on people, but I think that he knows a whole lot and covered up a whole lot for a whole lot of people. So,
but let's not forget the plane ride from hell, Ric Flair optics, you know, swinging his little fucking Peter around, forcing a flight attendant. You know, I think I think this indictment, this investigation, and remember, there is no statute of limitation, I don't think. So the Attitude Error, could be, you get what I'm saying? And a lot of these Attitude Error guys are fucking producers, are fucking, like, they're writers and producers. They're they're not necessarily the on the camera on TV.
Did you see where that Janelle Grant's lawyer came out and said that she's surprised and overwhelmed by how many people are reaching out to her, talking about how they can corroborate her story, but also they have stories of their own. So
yes.
I think with the story dropping that the NDAs might not be enforceable.
I don't think they will be.
I wouldn't be shocked if you start seeing people like a Tori Wilson, Trish, like these
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, Sasha, like these people Sasha, Naomi, like they left for a reason. People,
right? Naomi's back all of a sudden,
pedestal for a reason. And if these are the most beautiful women, we were all, I don't know how old, I know how old Chris is. I don't know how old you are. I'm 40. So like Attitude Era, I was 13, 14 years old. These were the goddesses. I mean, how do you think that they got there? Vince was a scumbag now. He was a scumbag then. Like, he did a lot of bad shit. And I think a lot of people are about to start coming forward that we would never think, like, what?
Do you remember AJ Lee's pipe bomb to the Bella twins when she basically said, you can't transmit sex or whatever? She was in the ring. It was back in the day. And then they're showing old clips where Stephanie McMahon, when they were doing promos, where she was straight up talking about how he wanted to do a skit where she was pregnant by him. And then she didn't want to do it. And then he wanted to do it by this. If you go look at a lot of this, the subliminal messaging of a lot of the shit throughout the years of the company, especially Attitude Errors, they kind of tell you to your face. So like when AJ Lee was straight up telling them, she basically told the Bella twins, you slept your way into television, right there on Raw back then,
Vince has a YouTube channel and he came out with a video. I think it was yesterday. It was like a little 4 or 5 minute clip. He said that there was a time that him and Vince were sitting down. It was just him and Vince told him, Vince, if you knew the person I really was, you would hate me. And Vince said to himself, he goes, Vince, I don't want to know the real you. So I mean, just like you said, in a sense, they've kind of been putting it in your face all these years. Like, but yeah, no, I mean, that's that, man. I appreciate you coming on, Snaff. I
All right,
agree
thank
with
you guys.
a lot of what you said.
I had to pop back on because this dude started going Me Too Mark mode. And it's like, bro, just drop it.
I'll
fucking
take
left.
up for Chris. Like, he's definitely not a Me Too guy.
I don't understand how. I don't understand how my opinion is. Just because I don't agree with you.
It's not your opinion. You're literally crying, yelling, screaming. Like you're so upset and triggered in your fillers.
You won't let
you were in your
somebody
fillers.
talk. That's another cop out. That's that whole.
Not copping out.
Bro, I got you so mad. I got you so mad. You can't. No, bro. You haven't.
I'm not mad, dude. You're the one calling me conspiracy theorist and making fun. And yes, I do know Alex and Owen Troyer very well.
I said that's what you're trying to say. I did. I didn't say you got mad. I said you.
I did. I think you'll be. I think Chris, you're gonna find out just as all of us.
I know.
We all will find out together.
I know. It's all coming. New World Order.
And when some news drops, you can tune in right here on Wrestling Bros.
We'll know about it right here first.
Make sure you guys thumbs up this stream and share it to the algae.
Appreciate you, Snaff.
All right, later, guys.
Appreciate you, brother. Christoph, my man. Hey, it got hot in here, brother.
Well, I don't agree with that shit. And the more I didn't agree, the madder he got. And he started being insulted.
Yeah, let's not take personal shots right now so we can so he doesn't get mad and come back in and it restarts. But I'm definitely on your side in the sense of I don't know about the sacrifices, but I'm on his side in the sense of I've done the research to know.
Well, no, the WWE has been doing evil shit for years, but I'm not gonna buy into that whole QAnon, Illuminati, Freemason. That shit's that's bad shit, bro. That's bad shit to me. To me, I'm sorry. That's to me. This is the guy who thinks Paul Walker died 10 years to the day of because he owed the Illuminati his soul. Like people really believe that shit.
Message. Hey, Chris, this sounds like an argument that should have been done on your channel, huh?
That's another thing I was trying to do. Bro, I was with him at first when he was talking about publicly traded.
I could hear it turning, and I had.
But then he went like he said sacrifice twice, and I was like, whoa, and then he said infiltrated. I'm like, whoa, what? Who what? And that's when I knew what kind of person he was. And then the flex, I could call Alex Jones right now. Who gives a fuck, bro? You and him probably both beat off to the same jar of peanut butter.
Let's get off Snap so it doesn't come off like we're picking on him or anything. I appreciate him coming on the channel. Any exposure that we can get here. We're a 2-week-old channel. So anybody that we can get, as far as if you agree with us or if you don't agree with us, we're all wrestling fans. We all have the right to our own opinion. That's kind of what this stream's about. It's kind of Chris can argue his point. Snap can argue his point. It goes back to the content creators. They act
you're
like
just marking out because you're worried about the storyline. Yeah, that's what we came here to talk about. We didn't come here to talk about that.
Yeah, I pick up for you on that.
Did Oswald act alone against Kennedy? We didn't come here for that shit, bro. Did the moon landing really get faked? Was 9/11 an inside job? There are a whole other fucking parts of the internet dedicated to that shit. We came here to have fun and talk about kayfabe. Okay? And this dude tried to turn into a fucking TED Talk.
All right, we're going to quit talking about Snap. I appreciate you, Snap. And anybody that you can share the video with, I appreciate you. But, so, I mean, do we go anywhere from here, or do we end this right now?
He's absolutely entitled to his opinion, but don't get mad at me if I think his opinion's dog shit.
I don't get it. Don't get mad.
Come with facts. I come with facts or don't come at all. You know what I mean? Like calling me a mark, that's like that's low hang, bro. That's sophomore. Me too. The Me Too mark. That's sophomore, dude. Okay, like you're literally at home right now, like with a tinfoil hat on your fucking head. I know it. I know you are, man. Like eating certain foods because you're afraid the government's poisoning us in our like mixed vegetables or some shit, bro.
All right, Christoph, what do you think about this? So Wrestling Ops reported an hour ago. Some believe that The Rock pushed for the move and likely would have no matter what, given his massive $30 million stock payday is in part contingent on him hitting certain milestones. Sources familiar with the situation believe one of the milestones with Dwayne Johnson with milestones was Dwayne Johnson returning to the ring this year, and that Johnson pushed for this match to happen sooner than later with the idea he felt Roman Reigns versus The Rock was far bigger attraction for the company. So it's very possible that no matter who was injured or not, Cody versus Roman would not have taken place because The Rock was back in the game.
Well, he had made that announcement before the injuries.
And the most important members of the company management were going to go with Dwayne Johnson's ideas. So basically reporting, yeah, it looked like before the injuries, it was going to be Seth, it was going to be Roman, that no matter what, kind of what I just got done saying, the last kind of stuff I got done saying was Snap, no matter what, it was going to be The Rock versus Roman.
Yeah, that's the draw. That's where the money's at,
Yeah,
it is. But if we're talking about it from a fan's point of view, a fan, we're allowed to, Snafu, are we allowed to be fans? Can we do that without being called marks and cupcakes and all that shit? Can we just talk about it from like a fan's point of view, the way you would talk about a movie or your favorite sports team or whatever? From a fan's point of view, of course, it's more money, but it still kind of gives Cody the shaft, is all I'm saying. It's fucked up. But before the injuries even happened, The Rock came out and said, should have sit at the bar or should have sit at the head of the table.
Yeah.
He had already planted the seed before either of those injuries had happened. So it was probably going to happen no matter what. Now, after The Rock wins, okay, I'm sure he'll, go home.
Oh, The Rock is going to lose, dog.
Okay, but even then, he's going to have all that money, and then to stay looking young. Like
he ultimately wins.
Yeah, he's going to go home, and he's going to fucking crack open a baby fetus, and drink that adrenal core stuff out of there, so he can stay young. And then he's going to fucking paint a big diamond with an eyeball on his wall.
I think that you and Snaff might be like big rivals. Maybe bring him on on your channel and. Dude, that could be gold right there.
I don't know. A guy like him's always welcome. A guy like him is always welcome for two reasons. One, he's obviously educated. Okay, calling me uneducated is funny as fuck though. Mo,
I had you back in that.
Calling me that's fucking crazy. And two, it'd be fun. It would be fun to argue. But he don't let people talk though. He don't let people talk though. He starts screaming. And just
we could do it on this channel and put a TV-14 symbol on the top or something. We got Tribe Nation coming in. Hello, everyone. This is more than a story. It's history. Touche, brother. Touche. That's somewhat in a nice little summary of what we've been saying here. It's definitely more than a storyline. This is history. We're about to see our Walt Disney taking down hardcore. So. We got Snap still in here dropping some knowledge.
Now, that's one thing I agree with him on. That's true. I think a lot of it has to do with damage control and public relations. Absolutely.
One thing I will say is,
but I don't think they sacrificed 7 virgins to make it happen, though.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that. I don't necessarily believe in the sacrifice stuff, but I do believe in all the other stuff. I do believe that there's a chance that Triple H did some shady stuff. I don't think it's going to be anything like what Vince did or anything like that. One thing we're seeing with Johnny Laurinaitis, though, is they're all going to be able to tie it back to Vince, saying that Vince made me do it. You know what I mean? They're all, because that's what Johnny Laurinaitis.
Yeah, of course.
He's saying that she's just not the victim. I'm the victim too. Vince made me do it.
Victims. We're all victims. But look, unless there's a fucking hit, it's gonna come off bad. But unless there's a fucking hitman working for Titan Sports at the time, WWE, whatever the fuck it's called now, unless there's a fucking hitman working, remember, women like Naomi came back. Women like Trish came back. Okay, women like Sunny were total fucking whores backstage. So you're never gonna know who's telling the truth and who was victimized and who wasn't. Who took a paycheck to shut the fuck up, who didn't have anything happen to him at all. We'll never know. is it a fucking ugly backstage? Oh my God, WWE so all wrestling. When I was working with ROH, it was fucking horrible backstage. You know what I mean? And whenever they would come to the Windy City Fieldhouse, I knew I had a weekend gig. You know what I mean? I get to meet guys like R-Truth, the Hardy Brothers, Austin Aries, Christopher Daniels. I got to Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson before he was Daniel Bryan. You know, and there was bad shit happening then. So I of course I agree that bad shit happens back there. But what these girls, how the fuck are you gonna know who's telling the truth and who's not? And by the way, he said indictment. I thought this was just a civil case. I didn't know there were any criminal charges filed yet.
Well, yeah, no, as of, I think they reported yesterday or the day before that he's under federal investigation now.
So he might get indicted.
Yeah, that they went in 2023. They went in and they seized some of his No, I don't know if they said they seized his his electronics or what they got, but they got some stuff, and then they've been going through it, and yeah, so
yeah, it's fucked up.
I mean,
I don't know how Stephanie and Triple H and all these
where
people
there's smoke, there's fire, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure. But what I'm saying is, I don't know where all this Stephanie, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Conan. Did he say Conan? I don't know where the fuck are these names coming in at? Are these real names of receipts, or are these just people like fucking Theodore Teddy Long and those guys that their podcasts and Eric Bischoff just saying these names, or are these real
I don't know
things?
I don't know about Conan, but let's see. Tribe says you're responsible for your actions. You always have a choice if you know something feels wrong. You know, okay, I will say this. When the story first dropped, before reading all the details, I ain't gonna lie to you, boom, this is the exact way that I felt. I even told Chris. But the more you read into it, the more you sit logically and think about how the world is, like Snaff was saying, but also just if you're just use the logic. She 100% was she could have said no and stopped, but one, he had so much shit over her, and in a young woman's mind, her reputation is everything. So with him having all this stuff over her, and who knows what was said as far as I'll kill you or what. I don't
That's
think
what I
it was,
mean. That's
you know,
that's what I'm getting at. Look, was
yeah,
everything that was done disgusting? Absolutely. But remember the reason she came out with the story in the first place. She didn't get her other $2 million.
yeah.
Were
Yeah.
any laws broken? This dude's talking about, see, this guy doesn't even know that there's an investigation. An investigation doesn't mean there's an indictment. Like that, sometimes you investigate. Hey, look, they investigated the fuck out of Trump.
Yeah.
He still didn't get impeached. They tried. It didn't work. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. You can investigate a lot of things. That doesn't mean you're going to get indicted.
Yeah, I'm going to read you. Okay, so Wrestling Purist one day ago says, over the summer, federal agents executed a search warrant for Vince McMahon's phone and delivered a subpoena to him for documents related to any allegations of R-word, S trafficking, sexual, commercial,
Yeah,
sex
those are all laws.
transaction,
Those are all breakup. Yeah, those are all
harassment or discrimination against current or former WWE employees. The grand jury subpoena offers the first window into investigation, which began in 2022. WSJ reported in 2022 that McMahon had payouts to several women who accused him of sexual misconduct while he was CEO, and that prosecutors were investigating the payouts. The subpoena also sought communications between McMahon and these women, including Grant. Grant and at least 4 of the women named in the grand jury subpoena had entered into settlement agreements with McMahon over allegations of sexual misconduct. Prosecutors had interviewed some of the women, the people said. So they're getting all the women are talking. I don't know, dog. I mean, when the feds are involved, it's
that means they're looking to see if there were any crimes, especially for someone, a billionaire like him. When you start throwing words around like, assault,
yeah.
trafficking, dude, those are fucking serious crimes. But for now, it's just hey, you didn't give me my other $2 million. I'm suing you. And by the way, here, I'm ratting you out now. I'm snitching on you. He did a lot of bad shit to her, but it sounds like, I hate to say it this way, it sounds like she knew what she was in for and she took the money and she didn't get the rest of her money. Now she's trying to sue him. But if there's criminal charges, God, I hope to God they bury him under the prison with the fucking door welded shut. Fuck it. But you still got to file those criminal charges. Right now, it's just an investigation. And even if it is an investigation, and even if there's elites involved, and even if there are criminal charges filed and all these bad things happen, it still doesn't mean, okay, that it's got something to do with some weird fucking Illuminati human sacrifice shit. Like, do I believe that media has been infiltrated and is used as a propaganda tool? Do I believe in like Operation Mockingbird and things like that? Yes, I absolutely do. I believe the CIA put acid in soldiers.
I was about to say a lot of the stuff he says, like I've heard you kind of like agree with.
I believe in that. It's when you start taking to that Alex Jones shit. Like this motherfucker probably is one of those people that thinks Sandy Hook didn't really happen. All those babies didn't really get fucking gunned down because Alex Jones said so. On some conspiracy shit, some Illuminati shit, some Mark Dice shit. It's insulting, honestly. It's fucking insulting.
Yeah. Well, we'll end it there. That was a wild stream. You know, honestly, I anticipated coming on, talking for 15, 20 minutes, ranting, getting my yell out and being done. But this ended up being the best stream as far as the most viewers we've had live at once and some good, honest dialogue. That's what this channel's about, minus the people being sacrificed, but the being able to dialogue about your wrestling opinion versus somebody else's wrestling opinion. If you're watching,
no, I definitely don't think it's all cupcakes and honey buns. I could prove it to you. People like you are the reason I own guns, motherfucker. People like you are fucking weird. People like you are the reason I'm never more than 5 feet away from a fucking firearm. People like you. So I definitely know it's not all cupcakes and honey buns, motherfucker. You wouldn't last 5 minutes where I grew up, bitch.
And Christoph, that is welcome back to YouTube, huh?
Yeah, I guess so, man.
But yeah, no, we'll go ahead and end this stream here. For the people that watched, I super appreciate you for dropping in with us. If you could like the stream, let's get those likes up. That helps it get out in the algorithm. Let us get out there in that ether. 2-week-old channel going on 3 weeks, trying to get that exposure. First goal, we need to hit them 100 subs. We need to get those likes up, but we're going to continue bringing this content. Christoph, definitely one of the wrestling bros. We got Dashing D, just got out of cosmetic surgery, so he can get even prettier than what he was before. He's going to come on with the face shield. He'll be back with us next week. He's just in recovery mode right now. And Chris, do you want to tell people where they can find your channel to where he does
no.
like that?
Fuck no. Guys, no. I don't need guys like him over there. Fuck that.
All right.
Because he'll bring all his crazy fucking Nazi friends with him, bro. Fuck all that shit, dude. I can't deal with it, man.
Oh, he'll be all right, Tribe. He'll be all right. Hey, and that's Dashing D right there. It says, oh, there's only smoke and mirrors. But if you get to this point in the video, appreciate you. Subscribe. We're going to be looking at the analytics as a beautiful word for an Arkansan. For Chris, I'm Mo. We're out. Peace.